Oh, wait, let me tell you. We have been doing this Motivational Monday since like when? April. And
Hmm.
we have been doing it live on Facebook. And I have never had a problem going live
Uh-huh.
and streaming it to my business page. And so I guess there's a first for everything, right?
Well, there's always a
Um,
first for everything because I'm sitting here trying to figure out how to share this to my page as we speak.
I know.
And this is
Hey,
great.
I'm trying to, I might have to get my daughter to help me. I'm trying to figure out now how to share it to, okay, she's telling me to start a watch party. So hold on. Let me go to my business page. Girl, okay, we're getting there. Y'all hold on.
Well, see, this is a lesson in being motivated to learn technology in like 30 seconds, and how to make things work as you're talking and trying to look all professional and everything. So this is a lesson for me because I'm sitting here, I'm following your lead.
Girl.
And
And I have
anybody,
Layla right here. I
hey,
have Layla right here trying to help me.
and anybody that's discouraged during this time on how to make things work, this is in the moment learning.
I know. Oh my gosh. So yes, so Layla's gonna get it set up to get on my business page
Okay.
so we can get going. Because we have people that have text like, "Hey, are y'all on?"
Oh my, oh my.
We're
We're here.
getting there. We're
We're
getting
here. How
there.
are you doing?
Yes, girl. So hey, let's just we're just gonna roll with it.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good.
Okay, I think she's getting it. So, anyways, how's the weather? Where are you now, Maria? Because you're all over the place.
Well, this particular day, I am on the East Coast in North Carolina.
Okay.
I've been spending the pandemic here. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, this is my home state. And so
Uh-huh.
I've been bi-coastal for the past 5 years,
Uh-huh.
between North Carolina and LA. Well,
Okay.
Atlanta, it started out Atlanta, LA, and then it turned into North Carolina, LA. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm here. I came here right before the pandemic hit, and something said you're gonna stay here for a little bit, and here
And
I am.
there you are.
And here I am.
There you are.
But at least I'm near family, so that's
Yes.
okay.
Yes, that's a so she's having a problem. But hey, Maria, do you see me as your friend on there? Because you can go ahead and share it.
Oh,
From
I can go to your business page or your personal page.
No, just go to my personal page, Jackie O, and share it. And I might just have to share this
Oh, I
later
see
day
us. I see us.
or at a later time on the Jackie O project.
Again, for all of those in the world that are like, how do I make that happen? We're teaching you in the moment. So
I know, in the moment. And hey, look, we're enjoying it while we're doing it. So we can only laugh about it.
oh, this is
So yeah,
fun.
just let me know when you're ready.
I am
And
ready.
okay, well, we're gonna hop right on in. So normally I share this. I do Motivational Mondays on the Jackie O project.
Hmm.
But tonight, so for those of you that may be seeing me tonight, personal page, that is because we couldn't get it to on the Jackie O project. But we have Motivational Monday every Monday night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we have amazing guests from all over that we have candid conversations with. Tonight, we are blessed to have none other than Maria Howell. So you've heard us chatting a little bit, but welcome, Maria, to Jackie O.
Thank you, Jackie. Thank you. It's good to be here. I mean, I haven't had a chance to really talk with you at length in a while, so this is fun. This is fun.
Yes, yes, it is going to be absolutely really fun. So, y'all, if you don't know, like Maria has this long list of just things that she has been involved in and that she's involved in. And you may have recognized her name from The Color Purple. She was the lady in the choir, and she's been in, okay, so my daughter, she has it up and going here. Here we go. Did you get it on the business page? Okay, she has it on the business page. Okay, so we're young people, we're going. And so, yes, Maria Howell's been The Color Purple, The Blind Side, Daddy's Little Girls. Girl, that was the funniest scene, especially when that little boy rolled his eyes and said, "That's my daddy." That was too funny.
I was like, ooh, babies, ooh, the babies.
Yeah, that was hilarious. And you've been in Hunger Games, Catching Fire, Devious Maids, NBC The Revolution, and the list just goes on and on of some of the to your credits that you have. And so we are so excited to have you here. Not only that, you are involved in community, and you are on a board of Students Without Mothers.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like that because you guys provide scholarships to students who have lost their mothers, whether it was due to death or unfortunate circumstances. So again, Maria, thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you
and
for having me.
Share a little bit more about who you are to our audience.
Well, today, let me see who I am today. I always make jokes and stuff like that, but I really shouldn't talk about that. Right now, currently, I'm involved heavily with a couple of projects, and one being pancreatic cancer, wage hope. And our mother passed away 4 years ago from pancreatic cancer. So my family, we do this annual, they had, one of my sisters is the media chair for the Charlotte, North Carolina affiliate. And so she brought us all in, and we've been raising funds for that cause. And this coming Saturday, September 26th, is the annual walk. And so, but this year is going to be a virtual walk. And I serve as MC for the event here in North Carolina, in Charlotte rather. And so we are going to gather and do whatever we can. That's walking and, videotaping and posting, you walking wherever you want to walk. But we're going to gather together in a park in my hometown. A lot of us will be. Mm-hmm. And I'm also involved in a women's ministry called Free Women. A dear friend of mine, Cynthia Frazier, is hosting that. So I'm actually going to be in two places at one time on the same day, on Saturday. And so that's the first annual Free Women's Conference. It's an amazing event. So between that, Students Without Mothers, Ava's Heart, which is another charity, which is dear to me, that I'm involved with in Los Angeles. Those are things that I'm, working real hard on, and also coaching. Mm-hmm. And doing a lot of voiceover work.
Okay. All right. So you've been staying busy. Mm-hmm. Very busy. And guys, let me tell you how I met Maria. So Maria and we have not officially met in person, okay? Mm-hmm. But we feel like we just had this conversation, a couple of weeks ago, and we were saying how it's like we have known each other, for a long time, and we've been doing life together. Mm-hmm. But I met Maria online. It was actually Twitter. When in 2013, when my daughters, they had their business, Sugar Babes Beauty, and she started following us. And I believe you were our 100th follower or something like that. And you got a gift for being our 100th follower.
Yeah. And enjoyed that too, because I like gifts. Anyway, so yeah, I'm sorry.
No, and that's how we connected, and that's how we have stayed connected through the years. And, it's just really been a blessing because you can call me or text me. And, the one thing that I really like is when I was really in that dark place, and I'll never forget one Sunday, you sent me a text message to say, hey, I want you to know that I am here for you. I am in your corner. And that meant a lot to me because I'm like, I haven't met this lady, but we just gelled. And that was, that really, really meant a lot to me. And so, yeah, that's a little history.
Oh, you have enhanced my life too, because you helped by what you do with your daughters and the entrepreneurship of all the different things. I have shared that with my nieces. you know, with my sisters. And I bought some of the products for gifts to give to people, and they're very good products too. And I actually use them for myself too. So it's just you got a lot going on, and I appreciate what you do. So I think it's a reciprocal, mutual respect and love
Yeah.
for each other. Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you. Thank you. So now, you know, I've been telling people, I've been pumping them all week saying I have this burning question
Mm.
to ask
And
you.
you didn't even, yeah, I know you said you had one. I don't know what it
I
is.
know.
What is
And I wasn't going to tell you what it was.
it? Go.
So I did see that you had a project not too long ago called, and it was a movie, and we need to find out how can we get that, called The Bewildered, correct?
Oh.
And girl, you worked with the bishop. And I was like,
Yeah.
we need to know, how was it working with the bishop? So guys, Bishop is the Bishop on Greenleaf,
Mhm.
and it is a show, a series. Actually, I really wish they would bring it back, but the finale was, I think, in June on the OWN network, and
Mhm.
that was Keith Davis Williams, correct? Yes, and we called the
Dave
bishop, and
Williams.
he loved the bishop. And I saw you did a project with him. So girl, tell us all about
It was, you know, I met Keith first of all. God, I can't remember how many years ago. It was over 20 years ago. We worked on a TV show with George Lucas, and another person that was also in that movie was Jeffrey Wright.
it.
And I
Mm-hmm.
know everybody knows who Jeffrey Wright is. Um, we worked on this show called Young Indiana Jones Chronicles, and so we kept in touch for a while, but then there was a big gap. And then there were friends, mutual friends, who brought us all back together. And one of the people, the person that wrote and directed the film,
Mm-hmm.
was on that project also. And so he just called us both because he knows both of us love to sing in that genre of music. So he put us together in this. As soon as we read the script, we were like, I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful story about dementia and early Alzheimer's. So working with Keith, to answer your question, is a hoot. Keith is like, he's like, so what's the word? What's the word I'm trying to use? Total package of gifted talent and wisdom. And it's like one of those kind of, it's almost like working with Steven Spielberg. You can be a novice, but Steven Spielberg would make you feel like you're like the serious professional actor, like I did in The Color Purple, because I knew nothing at that time. Okay, let me put that face on. But Keith is that. Keith helps me rise to the occasion of the craft, and I just feel honored to work with someone of that stature, because you can't do anything but win. I mean, he's just amazing. So
Yeah.
he's funny.
Yeah.
You know,
Wow.
funny. He's fun. He's What's crazy about it, because of the singing, the love of singing, and that's actually Keith's first thing that he does is sing. Um, he does a lot of voiceover work, does a lot of animation, video games, things of that nature. But in Charlotte, North Carolina, there's a jazz spot called Middle C Jazz. And my piano player, Noel Friedline, and I opened up that. We did the opening, I'll say, last November, but who would have thought we would be in a pandemic right now? But because things are starting to open back up, Keith is going to come and perform with us on October 8, 9, and 10, and it will be live streamed. So anybody that's like, oh, we missed the bishop, because everybody's all crying right
I
now.
know.
So we're going to have him singing with us. So
Okay.
people, and things will start being posted about it. It's about a little less than 3 weeks away. So
Mhm.
we're excited about that. I just talked to him earlier today to talk about some of our repertoire. So I'm excited.
Ooh, well,
Yeah.
be sure you let him know that Jackie O from the Jackie O Project asked about the bishop.
I will. You know, it's crazy
Um,
because he's had so many character names, you
uh-huh.
know, but he is truly known as the bishop now these days.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes, absolutely. We have some watchers saying yes, they love Greenleaf. So glad it's so sad it's gone. Yes, he sings so well.
Hmm.
So yes,
Well, tell
absolutely.
everybody to stay tuned, because
Stay tuned, guys.
October 8, 9, and 10, they'll get to either stream. If you live in Charlotte, North Carolina, you can come in person, but the world can stream. So
Perfect.
that'll
That
be
is
fun.
awesome. And now, how can we find that project that you guys worked on?
Well, it is actually, it was out for a while. It had been doing a lot of film festivals,
Okay.
but it is not out in public right now. You can go to the website, find out more about it
Okay.
because of what's going on right now, he may just post it up and let people look at it.
Okay.
It's a 30-minute short, and it feels, I mean, everything that needs to be said in 30 minutes is said. It is wonderful. But he was currently, and still is currently, shopping it around because there's some interest in it becoming a full-length feature.
Mm.
So that's where we are right now. But stay tuned,
Okay.
because I think that if somebody wants to see it, he may get enough. The director, that is, may get enough interest that he has to post it up because people might want to. They might want to see it
Yeah.
if they didn't get a chance
Okay.
to see it before.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
'cause we were at the National Black Theater Festival, and what year is this? This is 2020, in 2019,
mhm.
and the theater showings were so packed every time that I could hardly get in to see it.
Yeah.
It was that
Well,
popular.
we can't wait. And let's see. Someone says, what website do we go to
Uh,
find out
they,
that information?
they would go to bewilderedfilm.com.
Okay. Okay. And I'll put that in the chat to
Okay.
bewilderedfilm.com. Okay. Great. All
Mhm.
right. We got it. Well, now we know
Mhm.
about that. That was the burning question that I was telling y'all. Y'all got to, tune in so you can hear what it is. So,
It
Maria,
was
tell
really
us,
cool.
yeah. So you're doing voiceovers and like you just have so much amazing things that you're working on. Tell us, how did you even get into doing all of this? Like, how did you get into the acting, the voiceovers? Was that something that you've always wanted to do?
Yeah, I follow God's lead.
Oh, girl.
Because
Yes.
I'm a pre-med major from
Uh-huh.
college. I have a biology degree and a chemistry minor, but I always wanted to act and sing. I always kind of knew what I was going to be doing.
Mhm.
But coming from a small town, you want to do the practical thing, so you get a degree. But I was always singing and performing in college. So at any rate, after I graduated, I had an opportunity to join a band. That's how it started.
Okay.
And then as I joined the band, there was when I was in the city where I went to college, and this family that I was living with told me about the color purple. I'm like, what's the color purple? I knew nothing about the color purple. I actually read the book on set,
Mhm.
between takes. So I was like, I don't know about all that. They said, well, you go. And I auditioned, and I had to go through a series of auditions to get to the solo spot. But to make a long story short, um, I started, the singing got me into the acting, and then the acting got me into singing full time. It's a really
Okay.
long story, but that's another interview. But I sang at the rap party, and then the band hired me, and I kept. I'm that kind of person that when the opportunity comes, and I just kind of go. I don't really. There's some things I plan out. I do my best to work with excellence, but just like how singing got me into acting, then acting got me into the singing full time. And then I started back because it was a 5-year break between The Color Purple and when I started acting again.
Okay.
I just wanted to sing. And so once I got into the acting, then I started getting into commercial work. And then after commercial work, then I started doing jingles. And then, then I started doing voiceover work. So it just, one thing just segued into another. And I just surrounded myself with a lot of creative people and a lot of teachers. I'm always willing to learn.
Mhm.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
That's good.
And plus,
Uh,
I always say diversify the portfolio, because if you do just one thing in this industry, it might
yeah.
not work out too well.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's probably in a lot of industries. You kind of have to have different streams and different things going on.
Yeah,
Is,
let's be
to
real about it.
make it.
A lot of these different train roads were motivated by, I need to make some extra money,
Yeah.
you know.
Absolutely.
And then but for me, I tend to do things that I know I'm halfway good at and that I can get better at.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to go over here and be an astronaut. No, no,
Exactly.
no.
I feel you. I think we can see each other on that one.
That kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. You said earlier about faith and how you followed God. And not too long ago, I saw you had posted, and it was such a moving, and I literally felt the spirit. And you came from the post office, and that was just
Mm.
oh my gosh, I don't know. That was just a post that really resonated
Wow.
and really just I could just identify with, you know. And so I know that faith is a really big part of your life, and you said earlier that God guides you.
Mhm.
Talk to us a little bit about that and
Well,
that journey.
first of all, thank you about the post office posting. It's interesting. I did it, and I had a I didn't even look back at it because I didn't want to think about it. I just wanted to get it out, because I had a struggle coming out of the post office to my car to make that decision to post that, because I tend to keep things like that a little close in, and I'm very private. But I got to a point, I'm like, you know what? You got to speak, because in this industry, you got to say what you got to say. And you go with what God says. I have been on this whole journey, especially during the pandemic, but it's actually several years before the pandemic hit. Um, I started realizing that in this industry, not a lot of us talk freely about God, or we believe, but we don't profess it. We don't say it. And I think that's a big disparity. So I've been training myself and learning more and more how to be still and listen to what God is saying, to hear the voice of God, and to be obedient to it. Not just hear it, but be obedient. And that's sometimes a scary place if that's not what you're used to,
Yeah,
doing that. Even if I don't have all the answers, because a lot of times I don't. God doesn't give us the full picture,
right.
because I think that's what helps with the faith walk. Because if you had the whole picture, what would you do? You wouldn't do anything. You just say, it's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So with training myself to say, you need to be still, be quiet, listen, now act, do it.
Yeah.
It has really served my life. It served me in my life, and I really, the more you trust, the more you trust, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's really a serious thing for me now. And I think this during this time is a great opportunity for people to look in the mirror, do some self-examination. It ain't always gonna be cute.
Nope.
Let me give a face. Wait a minute. Mm. Sometimes it's hard.
Yeah.
Oh, it's hard. Sometimes. Hold on. Let me stop. But seriously, yeah, it's a real thing, and whether we want to face it or not, we got to start looking at this thing through spiritual lenses.
Exactly.
We don't we You're going to deal with it now, you're going to deal with it later. I'd rather deal with it now and do the best I can and have my heart and my actions in the best place possible,
Hmm.
so I don't have to scream and go crazy, later.
Yeah. Yeah. I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
And I agree with what you said about trusting, just being still and listening to the voice of God and obeying,
Hmm.
but trusting. And I think that that comes also just with maturity and with time, because
Hmm.
you don't trust right off the bat, you know. And
Right.
we should, we talked about this Sunday at church of how we should, because we're Christians and God tells us this is what we need to do, we should do it, but
Hmm.
we don't.
Girl,
You know,
we're hard-headed.
I
We're
know
so hard-headed.
we're so hard at. We like go all the way around the world several times when we can just go down that one path
Yeah,
and make it to where we need to be, where God is guiding us.
exactly.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I like it.
It's really interesting you should bring that up, because I was thinking one day, it just hit me really hard one day. I mean, it hit me like hard. I was like, all these, I was thinking, I was reverting back to college, especially, and how I used to cheer, like scream real hard for our team. And I said, now, how am I going to scream that loud for a sports team? And I don't scream that loud for God.
Come on now, girl.
It just hit
Let's
me.
say it louder for the people in the back.
Okay.
They probably didn't hear it.
If you are going to scream really loud for something of this world, why not scream that loud and louder for the one that made you, the one that created you, created this universe? It just really hit me and convicted me. And I was like, got it. I put it all in perspective. And we are in this world. We function in this world, but we don't have to be of this world. I know the scriptures say that, but do we actually do it? One of my biggest things that I do right now, and this is not to come down or criticize on anybody, because everybody's got their journey and everybody's got their lessons they learn. But I am willing to be one of those that will come out and say, it is time to be more obedient and disciplined and have self-control. Especially I'm just saying that because of the industry that I'm in, I want to be one of those living examples of how we can do better.
Yeah.
When it comes to our discipline, our self-discipline, and not trying to chase fame for the sake of chasing fame. Now, I have prayed for me to have, enlarge my territory so that I have more people I can reach to say these things that I'm saying, or be that example. Because I'm not trying to come down your throat, but I will say it. If you have ears to hear it, I will. Because a lot of times when I'm coaching folks now, one of the conversations I have when people want to get into this, whatever discipline, I ask them a question. Do you know your calling? Have you even taken time to even know your calling? Because sometimes we can be off and not aligned and miss it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I have a conversation with them. I'm like, this is who I am. This is what I do. And if I'm not that right one for you at this time, that's fine. But if you're willing to deal with that, it's going to help you.
That's good.
It really is true. And I had to learn the hard way because I was a real hard-headed somebody.
Yeah. I know.
Well,
girl, that's another conversation too. Like, we need to come back with that conversation.
I make jokes now. I tell people, I said, underneath this mocha, some scars.
Yeah.
They're painful, but the scars are there to remind you not to go get wounded again.
Absolutely.
So
it's a learning lesson. Absolutely. Yes. We have comments saying self-control is, self-control, be the example. And that's so true, because self-control is one of the fruits of the spirit. And we talked, like, girl, this is just like right down what we talked about Sunday. We talked about this Sunday. My brother, he brought the message on Sunday, and that's what he talked about, the fruits of the spirit. And he talked about that self-control that, we need to have. So.
I heard somebody say, we are not our feelings.
Nope.
We're not our feelings. We feel all, every day I got an attitude adjustment. Every day. I have to
just be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I had an attitude. I had to adjust it before we got on here. Because, girl, I was looking at something on TV and it just took me over here. I was like, okay, let me wheel on back in and pray, Lord. Okay, here we go.
And that's life.
Yeah.
Life. So, yeah.
That's true.
Every day.
Every day. Maria, it's been so good chatting with you. Someone asked if you can sing a little bit real quick. Girl, what you think about that? Can you give us a little chorus line?
Well, tell them to give me a request. Give me a request.
Okay. That was Keisha. Keisha, are you still on? Do you have a request?
Like I know every song in the world.
Let's see if she's gonna respond, if she has a request. So no, let's see. She hasn't responded yet. So maybe you could just give us okay, she's putting a lot of hearts on here, but she's not giving us a request.
Okay, let's see here. What's Keisha? Where's Keisha from? Do you know?
Keisha is in Port Arthur, Texas.
All right, Keisha. Oh, and prayers to all those in Texas.
Yes.
For the weather that's been happening there. I've got several friends down that way. So,
she said, please, God is trying to tell you something.
I knew it. I'm making so many faces. I'm looking at myself going, stop making all those faces. If I were you, I would say yes. Speak, Lord. Speak to me. Oh, speak, Lord. I was so blind. I was so lost until you spoke to me. I'm making this all condensed version. Oh, speak, Lord. Speak to me. Speak, my Lord. Yeah, speak to me, Keisha. Speak, my Lord. Let me see. It'd be kind of good if I had a choir behind me.
I know. Hey, let me see. I might can wrangle up these girls over here and see if they can come and be your background singers.
I need some choir. It's so funny that song is requested so many times, and it's like it's the hardest song to sing without a choir.
Yeah.
But the other song, I in my shows a lot of times I'll sing, Sister, you've been on my mind, oh sister, we're two of a kind, so sister, I'm keeping my eyes on you. I'll do that one.
I tried to put a little something there because I'm not a singer, so I didn't want to mess it up. Wow, Maria, it's been really great just chatting with you, just having candid little conversation, nothing heavy, but just fun. And so it's really been, oh yeah, okay. She says, I'm singing with you, okay. Just really a delight to have you on Motivational Monday with me, Jacquie, tonight. And is there anything
beautiful
that you would,
self.
oh, thank you so much. Is there anything that you would like to leave us with, something that you would just like to share? A project, well, you told us about the projects and things that you're working on, but something that you haven't shared with us that you would like to share with us?
Actually, there's something I'm excited about right now. And this has been something I've been working on for quite some time. And I'm launching it on Thursday. It's a soft launching of it, but I have I'll say a merchandise line.
Okay.
Of mugs, t-shirts, and different accessories. Because I like to do quotes. I make up my own quotes. But I have scriptures to support them. So I will have a Maria Howell collection of various items that will be going on sale. And it's a motivational ministry, if you will, so people can wear it. It's, they wear that word on them, and I'm excited about that. Okay. But I'll be posting something about that as well.
And that's going to be on Thursday of this week.
Officially on Thursday. If you sneak in, you could probably find something you can get right now, but
okay. So if we go to your website right now, we might can see something on there.
Yeah, I'll be posting it. So just go to my Facebook page, my Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn. I'll be posting it on those 4 platforms.
And I will definitely add all of those platforms in the chat for everyone. Keisha said, thank you, Maria. Love it. Can't wait to shop. The power of I am. Yes. Thank you so much, everyone that is clapping, liking, and all those great things. Yes.
And shout out to my sorority sisters.
Yes, yes. Give them a shout out, girl. Because we have some
sorority incorporated. And WSSU, I always got to give a shout out to my alma mater, Winston-Salem State University. Yeah.
There you go. Yes, yes. Definitely shout them out. So guys, thank you so much for watching on today, our Motivational Monday with Jacquie O. Again, we apologize for the difficulties that we had, but hey, that's a part of life, and we rolled right on with it.
It's not what you deal with it, it's how you deal with it.
It's how you deal with it. You are absolutely right.
Grace.
So I'm sorry, go ahead, Maria.
I say with grace.
Yes, with grace. Yes, we have to do it with grace. So again, next week, guys, we have another treat for you. We're still on our series of Be a Woman to Watch, but next week we are going to be, it's a different time. So you have to be watching, but it's 11 a.m. Central Standard Time this time. And we will be on the Jacquie O Project. So if you're not following us, be sure that you follow us on that page on Facebook, the Jacquie O Project. And next week, we're going to have Zainab. Zainab is all the way from Kuwait. And so it will be 7 p.m. her time and 11 a.m. our time. And so she is going to be sharing with us her journey of being an entrepreneur in the country of Kuwait. And I'm really excited to hear that. I met her back in 2015 when I was working in Kuwait, and she and I remain friends and in contact. And so I'm excited to share her with you all and for her to share what she has going on. But until next week, that's Monday, September the 28th, again, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. We're making that change. We will see you then. We hope you guys have a wonderful week. And Maria, thank you again so much.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
Definitely.
Good night, everyone.